Are you craving a trip on Space Mountain? Well, we've got the next best thing. Welcome to Disney Coast to Coast.
Hey folks, and welcome to Disney Coast to Coast, the ultimate unofficial Disney fan podcast. I'm Jeff DePauli, and welcome to the House of Mouse headlines for the week of March 22nd, 2020, brought to you by laughingplace.com, your up-to-date resource for the latest Disney news every day of the week. In this week's news, we have more closures and cancellations, but also some exciting Disney Plus announcements and more, so let's get to it.
Hear the latest news from the Walt Disney Company in today's House of Mouse headlines.
First, following a mandate by the City of Los Angeles and more recently a statewide order, Disney's El Capitan Theater announced that it would be temporarily closed. The iconic cinema is currently slated to remain closed through at least March 31st, with an extension looking likely. In a statement posted to their site, the theater noted that pre-purchased tickets would be refunded, adding, "Thank you for your support and understanding. We look forward to seeing you soon." With theaters across the country now closing their doors, it should come as no surprise that Disney has postponed more of its upcoming films indefinitely. The latest to get pushed includes Marvel's Black Widow, which was due out May 1st, as well as Searchlight's The Personal History of David Copperfield, and 20th Century's The Woman in the Window. Like with the previous round of delays that included Disney's Mulan, there is currently no news on when we might see these films on the big screen, but if all goes well, we could be in for a very busy movie-going season later this year. As you already know, all of the Disney parks around the world remain closed, and while there was some hope among fans that this would at least help some upcoming park projects to move forward at a faster rate, it seems that won't be happening either. According to the Orlando Business Journal, all construction at Walt Disney World has been halted as well. This is likely due to the CDC's guidelines that suggest gatherings of 10 or more individuals should be canceled. For the record, some of the current projects underway at Walt Disney World include Tron Light Cycle Run at Magic Kingdom, Remy's Ratatouille Adventure, and Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind at Epcot, and much more. Although no West Coast equivalent article came out, it's safe to assume that the Disneyland Resort has also stopped all construction, especially given California's shelter-in-place order. Also at Walt Disney World, Cirque du Soleil announced that previews of their new show, Drawn to Life, that were scheduled to begin on March 20th will of course be postponed. Guests who had already purchased tickets to an impacted performance will be contacted by their point of sale. Meanwhile, the show was expected to officially debut on April 17th, although it's likely that will be pushed back as well. This delay coincides with several other Cirque closures, as many Las Vegas hotels and casinos also temporarily shutter. In fact, reports suggest that Cirque du Soleil has laid off 95% of its staff at this time. Hopefully, all of these performers will be back once things return to normal. Those looking to escape to a virtual world via The Void may need to make other arrangements. As of March 17th, all of The Void's terminals, aka locations, will be closed until at least March 31st. This includes those at Downtown Disney at the Disneyland Resort and Disney Springs at Walt Disney World. For guests with experiences already booked, The Void is offering assistance in rescheduling those experiences, as well as an additional experience of your choosing. If you listened to this past Wednesday's episode of Disney Coast to Coast, you heard us mention that Walt Disney World's resort hotels as well as Disney Springs were planning to stay open. However, things have since changed, with Disney shuttering their owned and operated locations at Disney Springs and Downtown Disney earlier this week, and the vast majority of other tenants following suit. Additionally, Walt Disney World Resort hotels closed their doors as of March 20th. On top of that, Disney also made the decision to close all of its Disney stores in North America. This order took effect on March 17th, although shopdisney.com is of course still open for business. Across the pond, London's West End is also experiencing closures and cancellations. For Disney, this means that their production of Mary Poppins has been shut down until at least April 26th. While refunds for affected performances will be issued, the theater warns that the process for this is taking longer than usual. In a note posted to Twitter, they add, "We look forward to welcoming you back into our theaters as soon as we're allowed to resume performances. In the meantime, stay safe and healthy." In non-coronavirus news, Disney's Acapella singing group Acapella has announced the departure of one member and the addition of another. The group announced on Twitter that alto Sojourner Brown had decided to leave in order to pursue exciting new opportunities. It was later revealed that Kelly Taylor would be joining the group, filling in that alto part. With any luck, you'll be able to catch the group during the Disney Acapella Beach Bash at Typhoon Lagoon next month, but if that doesn't work out, you can still listen to their music on your streaming service of choice. If you're feeling down about the lack of sports happening right now, ESPN has just the thing to cheer you up. By popular demand, the network has announced a new round of unique and lesser-known sports content they're once again calling ESPN 8 The Ocho, in reference to a joke in the hit film Dodgeball, A True Underdog Story. This programming block is airing right now on Sunday, March 22nd on ESPN2. Some of the highlights this time around include the Stupid Robot Fighting League, Jelly's Marble Runs, Cherry Pit Spitting, Sign Spinning, and more. So whether you're a traditional sports fan or not, this might be worth checking out. Last fall, Disney hosted a Coco live-to-film concert experience at the iconic Hollywood Bowl. Now, you'll be able to enjoy the footage from those performances on Disney+. A celebration of the music from Coco will be coming to the streaming platform starting April 10th. The original live event included appearances by Benjamin Bratt, Eva Longoria, Carlos Rivera, and several others. So remember to catch this unique Coco experience on Disney Plus next month. Speaking of Pixar and Disney+, this week brought a major announcement about the studio's new film, Onward. After just 2 weeks in theaters, Pixar's latest is now available on digital on demand at a price of $19.99. But that's not all. After that, Onward will cometh to Disney Plus on April 3rd. This means that the film will be available to stream less than 1 month after it originally opened in theaters. This is a super interesting move on Disney's part. Universal Studios had previously announced that they were doing this with some of their new releases, so it's interesting to see Disney follow suit. I'm not surprised that Onward will be available digitally on demand, but I am a bit surprised just how soon after that they're adding it to Disney+. To me, that's very telling that Disney would rather people sign up for Disney Plus than purchase it on demand. Otherwise, there would be a larger gap between the two releases. We obviously all know the reasons why this is currently being done, but should they find this to be successful, this really could change the release schedules and strategies for all studios in the future, even after this pandemic. I'll be interested to see how the numbers turn out for on-demand versus the projected outcome for the theaters before all of the current craziness. I do think this strategy will work better for animated films than it will for live action overall. I'm truly fascinated by all of this. Now that's going to do it for the news this week, so let's get to this week's Twitter poll where I asked you folks, which recent or upcoming Disney Plus content are you looking most forward to checking out? The options I gave you were a celebration of the music from Coco, Frozen 2, Disney Insider, or Prop Culture. Now in last place was a celebration of the music from Coco with only 18% of the votes. That surprised me. I'm actually really looking forward to that. It was followed up by Prop Culture with 20% of the votes, and tied for first place, both with 31% of the votes, was Frozen 2 and Disney Insider. Do you agree with these results? Cast your vote in the Twitter poll every week by following Dizney CTC on Twitter. That's DIZNEYCTC. And also take a moment to visit patreon.com/DizneyCTC to see how you can become part of the DCTC community and gain rewards along the way. That's patreon.com/DIZNEYCTC. Other than that, folks, have a magical day. Bye!
Thanks for listening to Disney Coast to Coast. Have a magical day.
Disney Coast to Coast is produced and hosted by Jeff DePauli. Learn more about the podcast and become a supporter at DisneyCoastToCoast.com.